County and Bronx matchup. Please welcome to Lou Pony Field, Washington County Commissioner Larry Nagy. Commissioner Nagy, we appreciate your support and that of your colleagues in Washington County various departments. Thank you.
Right here? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A large crowd is making their way into Lou Pony Field in Washington, Pennsylvania for Game 6 of the Printscape Pony League World Series. Good afternoon, I'm Joe Mercado, and thanks for joining us. This contest we will bring you is the first for Washington County, Pennsylvania, the host team, as they are taking on the Bronx, New York, a team that opened their tournament with an impressive victory over Guyana, Spain, 11-0 in 5 innings yesterday. And the man of the hour for the Bronx was Jeremias Perez. He opened up in the first inning with a triple, later added a double and a single. He had a pair of RBI in the game. The Bronx out-hit Spain 11-2, and they were very effective with 3 different pitchers combining on the shutout. Washington County is making their tournament debut, as I mentioned, and they're hoping to replicate the run that they made a year ago when they advanced all the way to the championship game. The gentleman calling the broadcast in this one, we send you upstairs to Lanny Frattari and Tyler Barnett.
Thank you very much, Joe. I don't know about you folks, but I've been thinking a lot about, let's see, Washington County team from the Pittsburgh area, Bronx, New York, New York Yankee. Oh, yeah, 1960 World Series. Okay, that's what's on my mind as I get ready to enjoy this ball game. Let's follow up on what Joe was talking about, and an impressive middle of the lineup for Bronx.
Yeah, and Perez was the one to start that off. The middle of the lineup for the Bronx team was 9 for 15 across the 2 through 5 hitters, 6 runs scored and 7 RBIs. So it's a lethal middle of the lineup for the Bronx. They even had great pitching too, so they had a well-rounded performance yesterday. See if it can carry over into today.
So the marquee outside the ballpark says Bronx versus Washington County at the Printscape Pony League World Series. Curtain about to go up.
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities to empowering small businesses, Printscape is committed to giving back. Our people help businesses and organizations build their brands while strengthening our community, like the Printscape Pony League World Series. Printscape Imaging and Graphics, where technology meets creativity. Visit us today and see how we can bring your vision to life.
There's a place, far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
Hey!
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again with programs tied to in-demand jobs. We're breaking down barriers and giving you more choices. We're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
The teams from Washington County, Pennsylvania and the Bronx, New York are on the field for the introductions of the starting lineups, the reserves, and the coaching staff. We send it upstairs to Bob Gregg.
Time now to meet the teams in Game 6, the Printscape Pony League World Series. For Washington County, leading off and catching number 33, Tim Creighton. Batting second and playing left field, number 1, Garrett Stoy. Batting third baseman, number 25, Brian Schmeltz. Batting fourth and playing center field, number 13, Owen Samagala. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 14, Landon Chernosky. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 10, Tristan Coney. Batting seventh, shortstop, number 6, Landon Kahn. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 27, Easton Delaney. Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 44, Logan DiSilvestro. Number 2, Cohen Pashpong. Number 4, Will Flaherty. Number 8, Landon Crow. Number 19, Maxim Nonak. Number 23, Jordan Moore. Number 24, Jackson Smith. Coach Marshall McGraw. Business manager, J.P. Prisbalinski. And the manager, Andrew Wenzel. The host team, Washington County, Pennsylvania. And now for the East Zone champions from Bronx, New York. Leading off and playing left field, number 29, Angel Garcia. Batting second and catching, number 38, Jeremias Perez. Batting third, the third baseman, number 4, Fausto Dominguez. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, number 9, Jeremy Puello. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 99, Misael Acosta. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 26, Eric Nunez. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 40, Justin Hernandez. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 8, Yeramin Martinez. Batting ninth and pitching, number 54, Michael Enriquez. Number 3, Kendry Colon. Number 10, Janley Rodriguez. Number 27, Jesus Diaz. Coach Juan Rodriguez. Business manager, Jeffrey Gutierrez. And the manager, Wilson Gutierrez. East Zone champion, Bronx, New York. Umpiring at home plate, Chris Stevens. At first base, Fran Nawadley. At second base, Joe Palazzo. And at third base, Mikkel Davis. Decisions committee, Terry Faust, Tom O'Connor, Lenny Lynch. At this time, we ask that all who are able to please rise for the Pony Prayer and the National Anthem. Gentlemen and boys, please remove your caps. Thank you to all veterans and active duty members of the United States Armed Forces for your service. We invite you to render a hand salute during the Star-Spangled Banner. Almighty God, help us to realize that we are gathered here to watch young people play baseball, not to second-guess strategy, dispute decisions, or questionability. That we are here to cheer, to encourage, and to join in the fun that is baseball, not to jeer, discourage, or otherwise degrade the game. That while officials and players are expected to perform within the bounds of certain standards, we also, as spectators, are expected to conduct ourselves within the bounds of good sportsmanship. May this contest end without injury, without feelings of ill will, without disgrace, but as an activity worthy of thy blessing. Amen. And now to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, Sidney Fox, a rising senior at Waynesburg High School. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Washington County, Pennsylvania looking to replicate the performance they turned in a year ago when they advanced all the way to the championship game. The Bronx, New York looking to replicate their performance from yesterday in an 11-0 tournament opening victory. The Bronx and Washington County are up next.
Quick question, Pittsburgh. What's the one thing better than a night game at PNC Park? Well, that's easy. A night game with fireworks. Head down to the North Shore on select nights this summer. Get loud for the Buccos. And stick around to see our friends from Zambelli Fireworks do what they do best. But you better hurry. Other than racing pierogies and raising the Jolly Roger, this might just be the best tradition in town. Say it loud, Pittsburgh. Let's go, Bronx!
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. And that keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
Pony baseball, 13 and 14-year-olds, 54 feet from the rubber to the home plate, 80 feet between the bases, and the dimensions of Blue Hayes Pony Field, 250 down the lines, 385, the power gap's 305 feet to straightaway center field. Washington County playing its first game, and for the Bronx, New York, and Washington County could not be any better in terms of the weather with 73 degrees. And just a little bit of cloud cover, but mostly a gorgeous blue sky. And here's the Washington County batting order. Just one left-handed batter in the order, and that's Landon Tronovsky. So it's Creighton, Stoy, Schmeltz, Samagala, Tronovsky, Coney, Kahn, Delaney, and Di Silvestro against the right-hander Michael Enriquez, who is 6'4", 200 pounds. .6'4", 200 pounds. And he will be backed up by an outfield of Garcia, Acosta, and Martinez left to right. Dominguez at third. Puello at short, Nunez at second, Hernandez at first, and Perez catching. And before the 9 players representing Bronx, New York, before the players took their positions, each and every one of the 9 made the sign of the cross on home plate. Here's Washington County. A year ago, the 2023 representative from Washington County went to the championship game, lost to Atagawa, Japan. So Washington 3-2 last year, beat Germany in game 1, bested Mexico in game 2, lost to Mexico in game 3, down to Mexico in game 4, and then lost in the championship game to Japan. .12:15, our first pitch, and outside ball 1 to Tim Creighton. The players on this Washington County roster from Washington, Pennsylvania, Connellsville, 84 PA, Avella, and McDonald. 1-1. So in 2023, the Washington County team played 5 games and did not play a team from the United States in any of the 5. Called strike, Chris Stevens, the home plate umpire. Fran Wadley at first base. Joe Palazzo, the umpire, at second. Mikael Davis umpiring third. This crew is from the Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, Tidewater area. And up to a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes on the first batter of the game. Soft liner to second baseman Nunez.
And what we've seen out of Henriquez so far, watching his warm-ups, fastball about 70 to 75. It looked like he had a slider, but I couldn't really gauge the spin on it. It really kind of looked like a changeup just dived to his glove side. So we'll watch him a little bit more as we go through here, see if he breaks out any new pitches. But so far, looks like he's been relying on that fastball.
And that'll bring up Garrett Stoy. The Bronx dugout, right? Both dugouts are right below the press box. And strike 1.
There was that breaking ball.
Andrew Wenzel, the manager of the ball club, and his coaching staff, JP. Pitches high, JP Presbelinski and Marshall McGraw. 1 ball, 1 strike on Stoy. Do you think it's best for young hitters to take the approach to take pitches or to try to hit early in the count?
I think it's whatever they are more comfortable with. You know, some guys they don't like to spend a lot of time in the box. So, you know, if you get a good pitch early, to go ahead and let it rip. But you know, some guys excel in wasting pitches and staying in the box, and I want to look for a certain pitch that I know that I can do something with. Well, those guys, you want to let them be patient. You know, when you're in an RBI situation, yeah, you want to be patient. You want to look for that pitch that you would always look for in batting practice. But, you know, the rest of the game, it really depends on what you're more comfortable with.
Well, after taking a 3-1 fastball, Garrett Stoy hit by a pitch. So you're saying 13 and 14-year-olds have enough experience to have developed an opinion as to how they should approach hitting early, taking pitches?
Some of them might. You know, I think every kid's different. We've, you know, all levels of coaching. I've had 14-year-old players tell me, it's like, I get antsy in the box. So, you know, okay, well, that's not going to be our leadoff hitter, because you want your leadoff hitter to see some pitches. And, okay, well, let's move him down the lineup a little bit. Maybe he's a 2-hitter. Maybe he's a guy that can, you know, swing the bat early, lay down some bunts. So I think everybody's different. But whenever you're in a situation like this with pitch count, I think it benefits hitters to see some pitches, get deep in the count, see what the pitchers have.
Schmeltz, third baseman, sends one rocketing skyward into center field. And the catch by Acosta, 2 outs. Stoy back to first. And now Owen Samagala. No score, top of the first. We're just underway in the first game of the day. And the 6th game of the tournament, the snap throw to first base, a high throw, but Hernandez, the first baseman, in the air to make the grab. And the count 2-0. Whether you are a major leaguer or whether you're 13 and 14, 2-0 hitters count. There's a strike, 2-1.
Be a good pitch to steal on here. 2-1 count. Just saw a breaking ball thrown for a strike, likely to go to another breaking ball. If not, it's going to be a fastball that Samagola can hit.
And now 3-1. So Henriquez has gone to 3 balls on 2 of the first 4 hitters. And now we will see Stoy run. 3-2, 2 outs.
And Hernandez still holding on the runner at first base. So a sharp shot down the first base line could be trouble.
The strikeout of Semigala. And for Washington County in the top of the first, no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left on base. And the boys from the Bronx coming up to bat.
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities to empowering small businesses, Printscape is committed to giving back. Our people help businesses and organizations build their brands while strengthening our community, like the Printscape Pony League World Series. Printscape Imaging and Graphics, where technology meets creativity. Visit us today and see how we can bring your vision to life.
In the Bronx lineup, Garcia, then Perez, who had 3 hits yesterday. Dominguez had a couple of hits yesterday. And Puello, 3 hits yesterday for Acosta. Nunez moving down to the batting order. Was number 1 yesterday, number 6 today. Then Hernandez, Martinez, Enriquez. And facing Logan Di Silvestro. And defensively for Washington County, Stoy, Samagala, Rubnowski, and then on the infield, Schmeltz and Kahn left side, Delaney and Coney right side, and then Clayton the catcher. Angel Garcia, left fielder. The Bronx beating Guillaume, Spain yesterday 11-0, a 5-inning game, mercy rule game. The Bronx was here in 2018 and defeated Washington County 15-13, and that was the first game for both of those teams in 2018. Here today for the Bronx, it's its second game. For Washington County, it's first. Well, time wasn't granted by Chris Stevens. You saw that Yadier Garcia had his right hand up asking for time, but
De Silvestro had already started his windup, and he even paused his windup whenever he saw the hand go up.
And a full count.
De Silvestro has thrown a couple of very nice breaking balls. Warming up, I saw him with a fastball about 72 to 75. He had a curveball about 63 and a slider at about 65. Both of them had about the same action. A slider maybe a little bit more sweep and a little bit more dive out of the curveball.
So the base on balls to start the bottom of the first inning on a breaking ball.
Like that curveball that he had thrown, left it up a little bit, didn't get the fingers on top of it to drive it down.
3 stolen bases yesterday for the Bronx. And a called strike on Jeremias Perez. Triple, double, single yesterday. The catcher of the Bronx. And hits one well to center. Caught near the track by Samagala, 1 out. Garcia back to first. Now the game has always been about pitching and defense, and there are those plays throughout the course of a game. They may not be necessarily an error, but a play that you want to have made, and there's one early one for you.
Yeah, Samagala looked like he was hanging out underneath of that line drive, but it started to carry on him. Still able to reach up and make the grab, and that was, he put a star next to that one. I know it's early, I know it's only the first, but that had a potential to score a run and be another triple for Perez.
Here's Fasto. No score, bottom of the first. Wilson Gutierrez, the manager of the Bronx team. His son Jeffrey coaches third. Juan Rodriguez, the coach at first. Manager Wilson Gutierrez stays in the dugout. Ball outside. We have both managers mic'd. We also have the home plate umpire Chris Stevens mic'd. Well, 3 batters faced by De Silvestro, but unfortunately he's gone to 3 balls on 2 of the 3. Taking all the way, so that's why you saw Dominguez show bunt. Maybe I'll distract the pitcher a bit.
And one of the things when you do that, you don't get to see the pitch all the way through the zone. So you're basically wasting a pitch to time up. Didn't really seem to matter there for Dominguez as he pokes the ball through the 6 hole. Now 2 runners on for Jeremy Puello, who was 1 for 4 yesterday with a double.
Hey, let me go back to what you know what? All the years that I've been covering baseball, I've never heard a partner say that by showing bunt, if you're taking automatically, that's a negative.
Yeah, I don't like the show bunt because you're not in your normal stance. You're not getting ready. You're not being able to see the ball through the zone as you would if you're getting ready to hit. And typically, that's a get-me-over fastball. You're going to see a 3-1 count. So you want to be able to see a pitch through the zone normally. That way you can put a good swing on it like Dominguez did there. So maybe my rationale doesn't work for Fasto Dominguez because he seemed to have no problem timing that fastball up.
Puello's fly ball into right center field. Caught by Samagala. Throw to third. They got him. What an inning for center fielder Samagala. No runs, 1 hit, double play, 1 left. Samagala with 2 fine catches in the inning, and then this impressive throw to deny Garcia third base.
There's a place far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
For 125 years, we've been covering this region's financial needs, sharing your rebellious spirit, standing right here with you, supporting your dreams, helping businesses grow and thrive, investing in what matters, and always putting people first. Thank you for letting us get to know you over our first 125 years. We're Washington Financial Bank, and we're proud to be the bank that gets you.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again for people who maybe thought college wasn't the answer. We're making college practical with programs tied to in-demand jobs that prepare you for success right away. We're making college accessible by breaking down barriers and offering more choices. We're making college approachable with faculty who understand where you're coming from and help you get where you're going. At Penn West, we're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
The Printscape Pony League World Series is presented by Printscape, by the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency, by CNX, and by the Observer Publishing Company.
So the play that ended the last inning, a fly ball to Owen Samagala out in center field, and then you see Angel Garcia tagging up to try to get to third, breaking one of the rules not to make the third out at third base. But what's even more important is Misael Acosta was due up next for the Bronx, and Acosta was 3 for 4 yesterday with 3 RBIs, 2 doubles. So a double right there would have scored 2 for the Bronx, but instead making the third out at third base.
Trinovsky leads off. Only left-handed batter among the starting 18. There's no question that one of the challenging things for coaches and those individuals that are instructors of young baseball players is to teach situational knowledge. And it is, forget the, catching the ball, hitting, throwing, forgetting all of that. Providing young people with the understanding of what you need to do in situations dictated by what the batting order is giving you and the score of the game.
Yep. And one of the things, my dad coached me all the way through Pony, and one of the things that he told me is when every pitch, your situation is going to change. Whether it's a 2-0 count, well, now it's a 2-1 count, so you're not in that perfect hitter's count. Well, when you're at second base, now there's 1 out, now there's 2 outs. You've got to be thinking about what's going to happen if a ball's hit in front of me. What's going to happen if a ball hits behind me, a line drive, a fly ball. You've got to run through every situation that could possibly happen in a short amount of time. There's not a lot of action in baseball.
And keep in mind, we don't know, but the third base coach should have been yelling there, "Stay put."
Right. Well, that's the job of the coach too. You've got to run through every situation. The trick with the coach is you've got to kind of take into consideration, well, what's my runner's reaction going to be? Is he a guy that wants to steal a base, so he's maybe a little bit more jumpy and wants to tag up on this? Do I need to tell him, hey, listen, fly ball deep right field? Yeah, let's try to tag up. But anything center field over, we're going to stay put.
Yeah, the base on balls. By the way, we should also add that whereas a regular game with teams warming up on the field, you can watch the other team's outfielders throw. That's not afforded for the people that, for these players and coaches playing in the Pony League World Series here in Washington.
You see a team taking in and out, you can know that Sam Magala's got a strong arm, and he can make that throw from center field to third base.
After the walk, a pickoff attempt. Watch out at second. Oh, shortstop Puello had the out at second base, but he went by the runner.
Almost looked like he was trying to deke the runner into thinking that he missed the ball and that it trickled into left field, when in reality all he had to do was just turn around and apply a tag.
I think that's what he was trying to do, is trying to deke the runner, and as it turned out, he's the guy that got deked.
Yeah.
So with a runner at second base for Washington County, no score, that runner being Trinovsky. And Tristan Coney, who's going to be a ninth grader at Washington High in the fall, showing bunt, trying to get that runner to third with one out, and pitches up high. This can be a bit of a tough play to defend if you get the bunt down. By the way, the error was on the pitcher. Not a forced play at third should the bunt get down. Strike 2 and 1. And that time the Bronx was playing it pretty traditional. Second baseman to first, shortstop covering second.
First baseman playing back now. Don't know if they're not expecting this bunt. And it was pulled off.
And the count 2 and 2.
Now that error assigned to first baseman Hernandez.
Oh, was changed? It was an E1.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I missed
E3.
E3. Okay, thank you.
So now, to get this runner over to third base with one out, your job is to hit the ball right side, but the second baseman holding him on, there's a big gap on the right side that anything hit to that right side basically becomes a single, so you don't have to worry about that 4-3 ground out. That should be Coney's approach here. Stay closed, hit a ball right side, it gets my guy to third, he could potentially score.
Close stance, by the way, for this right-handed batter. And a foul ball. You can see he's trying to serve it into that right side.
That's all you have to do. I mean, the 2 strikes shorten everything up, and it's just a punch into that 3-hole.
No score, top of the second. And a foul ball again.
Regardless, he's having a great at-bat, seeing a lot of pitches, fouling pitches off, making guys move.
Split already over $650 for the winner.
So we're right now, Coney, number 6 hitter in the lineup for Washington County. Landon Kahn to follow. Right-hander Enriquez. 2-2 pitch. Runner breaking for third, out at first. Safe at third is Trinovsky.
Trinovsky making that read and getting the third. That's a tough play to make, but I think it's an important play to make because now you're still at third with one out. It's a risky play, but it's very rewarding if Kahn can come up with a sacrifice fly or a ground ball up the middle.
Middle infielders for the Bronx playing back with a runner at third, one out in the second inning. Crow pops it up, shallow right center. Ball kicks by and the pitcher wasn't backing up. 1-0 Washington County. Pitcher Enriquez was not backing up.
We saw the exact same thing yesterday, a sac fly on a fly ball just behind the infield. And what Trinovsky did there was act like he was tagging up, and he drew a throw from second baseman Nunez, able to see that throw, short hop the catcher. And of course, like you said, Enriquez not backing that up. Trinovsky able to score easily from third.
Situational knowledge. It's one of the basic tenets. You'll hear us talk about pitchers running to first base on a ball to the right side of the infield. Yep. Any ball with a chance for somebody to score, that pitcher's got to be behind the plate, no matter.
Back there.
No matter what, no matter how deep, no matter what the situation.
There's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
You know, there's nobody trying to steal the mound.
No, you're not out there as the maitre d' of your team. You're out there to back up. Delaney. And out number 3, and so Washington County does not have a hit in the top of the second, but does post a run. 1-0 Washington County after an inning and a half.
With Honda's newly redesigned lineup, there's no better time to buy at Washington Honda. Washington Honda's caring and knowledgeable sales team will make it easy to find the perfect Honda for you. Washington Honda, it's all at the mall.
South Hills Toyota has a great selection of newly redesigned Toyotas to choose from. Finding your new Toyota will be a breeze. The vehicle you want from the dealership you trust. South Hills Toyota, it's all at the mall.
From the first steps and new love to each milestone, big and small, the promise is made to the new beginnings and the dances that never end. Life is filled with the moments you live for. By protecting your health with regular vaccinations, screenings, and well checks, you can fully embrace all of life's little moments. At Cornerstone Care, we create healthier tomorrows today. Schedule an appointment with us and let's walk this path together.
You know, Aristotle once said the essence of life is to serve others and do good. And so today, the Pony League World Series is paying tribute to those individuals that have served others and have helped their fellow man. Military Appreciation Day and also First Responders Day. First base is colored red, second base is white, third base is blue, right field line red, left field line blue, batters boxes, and I guess it's appropriate to point out, maybe not, I'm going to do it anyways. Notice that the right field line is red and the left field line is blue. Acosta leading off the bottom of the second, and Di Silvestro has a 1-0 lead. Di Silvestro's got to get over. It's not going to matter because Coney had trouble coming up with that ground ball to the right side. Base hit, second for the Bronx.
And Costa 3 for 4 yesterday. 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, 2 stolen bases. So expect him for getting on early to try to test the arm of catcher Tim Creighton.
Nunez. Bunt foul ball. When you say, do you say RBIs or do you say RBI when it's plural?
I don't know.
Do you put an S on it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
No, I'm just listening to it.
I think I do RBI.
For plural?
2 RBI, 2 RBI day, 2 RBIs. I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay.
It's not something I really think about.
Well, because it's a big deal to me.
Is it?
Yeah, I want you to figure it out for me.
Okay, well, I'll figure it out.
Because it's that ESPN nonsense where they it's very elitist to not put an S on RBI. And I mean, all the great baseball announcers, okay, Vin Scully, Jack Buck, all of these guys, they all said RBIs. Runner going, and a stolen base for Acosta. And the count's 0-2.
A great pitch to steal on 0-1 count. Now, again, we're in that same situation, a 2-strike count, shorten up. You've got a runner on second who can easily get to third. Shoot a ball to the right-hand side, let him move over easily. Now you've got a runner on third with 1 or less than 2 outs. and you can tie this game up with 2 swings of the bat.
Same thing here. Try to hit the ball to the right side.
Hit the ball to the right side.
Talking about that in the top of the second.
First baseman Coney playing in on the grass. You might be able to, you know, if you have a good approach and you barrel one up, you might sneak one by him and get a double out of it. Who knows?
One away. First strikeout of the game for DiSilvestro.
DiSilvestro didn't want any part of a ball being hit on the right side, so he throws that breaking ball inside. Even if Nunez were to try to take a swing at that, he probably chops it to the third baseman.
Now Justin Hernandez. Hernandez, I guess he's just some young man who doesn't have any free time at all because he plays baseball, he plays basketball, quarterback of the football team. Plus he plays the piano and plays the trombone.
So what does he do in the hotel room in between games? Probably not used to having much time to himself.
First baseman of the Bronx time called, and Clayton needs to confer with pitcher DiSilvestro. The winner of this game will play at 7:30 tomorrow night against Tijuana, Mexico. And the loser of this game will play at 12:30 tomorrow and will play the winner of today's game featuring Bay County, Michigan, in Gijón, Spain.
And I'll say this, just watching that Tijuana team yesterday, that's not a team that you want to walk into and take lightly.
And a second stolen base for Acosta.
Great jump there, great read. Very good job of getting to third base with 1 out. Now you put yourself back in a position of being able to tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat. So, Tijuana yesterday.
I'm sorry.
No, I was mentioning that Tijuana, Mexico yesterday, 13 hits, 13 runs scored. They hit the ball all around the ballpark. So, got to be sharp against a team like that. Might as well go ahead and start today.
2-1. Shortstop Kahn playing halfway. 1-0 Washington County. Strike called 3-2. We understand the conversation between manager and umpire was about whether the hitter had distracted the catcher.
Yeah, interfered. The batter gets the box. So as long as the batter is in the box, there can't be interference.
And ball 4. First and third, second walk given up by DiSilvestro.
Yep. Pitch off the plate in the left-handed batter's box. Ball 4.
All right, catcher Clayton going through the signs here with runners at first and third, letting his infielders know what he plans to do should the runner at first go. Martinez, Yerman Martinez. 1-0 Washington County. Runner goes. Throw to second base. Cut off. No, it went high past the second baseman, and shortstop Kahn was backing up. Acosta stays put at third. Third stolen base of the inning for the Bronx. Runners at second and third, 1 out.
That's what I like to see. I like to see throwing through to second base, trying to get the out, especially early in a game like this. Outs are important. Seen many times over the last couple of days, a throw to second base goes down and the shortstop cuts it off to hold the runner at third. But you can see there that throw coming through, runner at third not going.
Coach Wenzel.
It looks like Coach Marshall McGraw out.
Yeah, excuse me, McGraw, who pitching coach. Marshall.
So 2-0 count. Runners on second and third. Fresh out of a meeting of the minds.
Marshall McGraw, who, by the way, is a graduate of Pittsburgh Central Catholic, played baseball at Seton Hill, works for Highmark. So it's second and third, one out. And the 2-0 count on Martinez, who's in the 8th spot of the order. A pitch behind the batter, and somehow, some way, Clayton was able to get leather on it and prevent the ball from going back to the screen.
It was impressive. Those are the toughest balls to stop. Even if you just slow it down, not let it bounce off the backstop, you've done your job.
Bases are loaded. This inning, an infield single, 2 walks, 3 stolen bases. And the number 9 hitter, Michael Enriquez, the pitcher. 1-0 Washington County leads.
So DeSilvestro coming back with a strike there. 9-hitter Henriquez at the plate, but DeSilvestro has thrown 30 pitches so far to just 8 batters in this lineup. It's an average of about 3.75 pitches per batter, closer to 4. You want to be around 2 when you're in this pitch count era. 2 to 3 pitches per batter is where you want to stay. You want to force contact early, get into a lot of pitchers' counts, force batters to swing the bat.
One nothing Washington County, bases loaded, 1 out. A pivotal point early in this game. Out number 2.
You've seen that twice now. DeSilvestro getting the 2-strike count, not wasting pitches, just attacking the strike zone. It's the second time a Bronx hitter has been caught off guard and looking.
Garcia, the batter, bases loaded. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Well, it's only the second inning, and we've already had, in my opinion, 2 pivotal points, 2 significant developments, and this is number 3 right here.
And the first pivotal play involved Garcia, who's at the plate now. It was the 8-5 put out at third base to end the first.
Got 2-2 in the inning. Infield single, couple of stolen bases, couple of walks, and DeSilvestro trying to slam the lid on the Bronx. Bottom of the second. Strike 3 and the inning is over. Oh, I'm sorry, no, 2-2 the count.
Yeah.
2-2 the count.
2-2 count. Well, that was the same pitch that he struck out Henriquez in on just a batter ago. A fastball inside. Got to swing the bat here, make somebody make a play. Three-two count. Runners will be in motion. Make sure that the infielders hold their positions. Nobody gets jumpy. Make sure the batter gets something in play here if it's in the strike zone.
Base hit to left. Acosta scores to tie the game. Hernandez scores. 2-1. The Bronx leads on the double. Also on the play, Martinez goes to third.
Garcia making up for his earlier blunder in the first. Getting his run back for the Bronx and adding another on top of it. Bronx takes the lead 2-1. Garcia knowing that DeSilvestro had to throw a strike, can't walk him in. Loading up and driving that ball to left.
Now Perez swinging at the first pitch. Fly ball, right field line. And the catch made by right fielder Trinovsky. That's out number 3, but the Bronx scores 2 runs on 2 hits. 2 left on base. At the end of 2, the Bronx 2, Washington County 1.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Championship contest, WJPA Radio has covered the action, capturing each thrilling win and every agonizing defeat. Broadcast available on air and online on mobile devices as well. Follow the action live on WJPA AM 1450 and online at WJPA.com. The longtime radio voice of the World Series, Mark Uriah and Randy Gore calling the action today.
The Champions game was played yesterday morning, and the mission of the Pony Champions League game is to provide every child without regard for needs, the opportunity to play baseball and softball. And Pony Baseball is proud to host this gathering of special youngsters and offer them the realization of a dream, to run the bases, to swing the bat, to touch home plate. And all of the players from the 10 teams took part in the festivities yesterday. And DeSilvestro leads off. And strike 1. So this Washington County team, there are 7 players that will be attending Trinity High School in the fall. 5 of these players will be attending Canon McMillan. 1 student at Washington High, that being Tristan Coney, and also one player who will be at Avella in the fall, and another that will be at Fort Cherry. All proud schools of Washington County. A check swing foul ball by DeSilvestro.
Perez set up outside of the right-handed batter or left-handed batter's box, and still ended up being a foul ball. So I think it's safe to say Enriquez might have missed his spot a little bit.
Here's a Tony Pena look from Perez with that right leg extended and 1 away. Second strikeout for Enriquez.
Great pitch. Down and out breaking ball.
Tim Creighton. And ball one. Tim's dad works for a public relations company. His mom is a property manager. Turned 15 middle of July. Chopper to third. Dominguez. 2 outs. And now Garrett Stoy, 2-1. The Bronx leads. Stoy is the third of 4 children. His dad works for the Department of Agriculture. And mom, Trinity High School. Washington County has a run and has had 2 base runners, but Washington County looking for its first hit of the game against this right-hander, the 6'4" right-hander Henriquez. And the catch by second baseman Nunez. Washington County goes quietly in the top of the third after 2.5 of what is scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game. The Bronx 2, Washington County 1.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Home plate umpire Chris Stevens. I'm fortunate that over the years I've become pretty good friends with many of the umpires. Chris Stevens, a retired Air Force Master Sergeant, Senior Vice President for Recruit Military. And Chris has a son, Blake, who graduated from West Point and is in Slovakia right now. And also Chris has a real good friend, Larry Schlegel, with whom Chris works, who is a Pittsburgher. So Larry Schlegel, his good friend, is a Bucco fan, whereas my dear friend Chris Stevens is a Yankee fan. Dominguez, single in the first inning. 2-1, the Bronx leads. The Bronx won 11-0 in 5 innings yesterday. Schmelzer. On to Coney, 1 out.
Number 9, Jeremy
Puello. Our second game today, Mon Valley against Long Beach. It is an elimination game. The loser of that game will be packing its bags. Bay County and Guion, Spain. 5 o'clock game, that also is an elimination game. By the way, the second and third games of the day will be on PLWS.TV, Pony League World Series television. third base, foul ball. And back out of play. Remember what we highlighted early in the game for you, that the heart of this batting order for the Bronx, extremely impressive against the Spanish team yesterday.
Yeah, they were 9 for 15 on the day, 6 runs scored, 7 RBIs, and really the middle of the lineup had most of the stolen bases as well. They had 3 of the team's 4 stolen bases. So the middle of the lineup doing most of the damage yesterday for the Bronx. And it's today, it looks like, you know, the bottom of the lineup is Acosta scoring a run, Hernandez the same.
2 outs. Number 99, Acosta. And you might think that Acosta's favorite player is Aaron Judge, but he has told us that his Onasuna Jr., as Acosta turns his front shoulder out of the way of the first pitch. 2-1, the Bronx leads. Ball game in the bottom of the third.
I think that number 99 number is highly requested on this Bronx team, I would imagine.
I'm sorry, tell me that again.
The number 99 is probably highly requested whenever they hand out jerseys. In the last few years, there's probably had to be a few 99 jerseys made that weren't made before.
Kendry Colon has indicated that his favorite player is Aaron Judge. Colon wears uniform number 3.
Not many of these. There's a few. Manny Machado is listed as a favorite player from a team from the Bronx. Juan Soto, Francisco Lindor, L.A. De La Cruz, not a Yankee. Yadier Molina. There we go.
That's appropriate for catcher
That
Perez.
Is, It is. That's one of the things I always liked about catchers is a catcher is always their favorite player, and nothing's ever changed.
And a drive to deep left field, down the line, home run. Misael Acosta. Home run makes it 3-0 the Bronx. 3-1 the Bronx.
Something people from the Bronx are very familiar with. Number 99 launching a ball into orbit. Just missed one yesterday, hitting it about 270 feet to left field, but gives us a no-doubter today. That one probably hit 370 feet.
Acosta with a jovial trip around the bases. We will be paying tribute to the batting champion of this tournament with the Wilson Sporting Goods World Series batting champion trophy. And for Acosta, he's now 5 for 6.
Nunez 0 for 3 yesterday, but he did have an RBI. 1 run scored and a walk. 3-1 count here, 3-2 count here.
Now, by the way, talking about Acosta being 5 for 6, the 1 out, the one time he's been retired so far in this Pony League World Series in the 4th inning, he hit a deep fly ball to left field.
Yep.
And the strikeout of Nunez ends the inning, but the highlight is the bottom of the 3rd. There's the home run by Misael Acosta. And at the end of 3, it is Bronx 3, Washington County 1.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.
At Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, we believe that every life has potential, and we're dedicated to fulfilling it. Our adult and community services give individuals with intellectual disabilities or autism the opportunity to develop new skills, have an independent home life, and make their own choices. From personalized daily care and community participation to supervised independent living, we cater to each individual's specific needs. Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, your path to lifelong fulfillment.
Cricket has free Samsung Galaxy phones?
What? Nationwide coverage and lightning fast 5G?
What? Smile, you're on Cricket.
Back at the Pony League World Series, and we're joined by Cody Craker, the Vice President of Operations and Constructions of CNX. Cody, thanks for the time. The CNX Dreamfields Initiative and a Dreamfields Initiative, I know this is in the second year. Tell us about how that was rolled out a year ago.
Yeah, so last year we rolled out the Dreamfields program here at the Pony League World Series. It was really successful in our first year. You know, we've donated over $120,000 so far. Worked with several different organizations across Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Some of the, examples of what we've done, we've resurfaced a lot of baseball and soccer fields along with basketball courts, put new batting cages in, put new fencing and bleachers as well. So very successful so far.
And if somebody was interested in applying for a grant, what's the best way to go about that?
Yeah, you can go to our website. It's cnx.com/dreamfields. And it's really simple. You can apply for a grant through an application there, and then we'll review your application and someone will get in contact with you.
Cody Craker from CNX. Cody, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back upstairs.
News right there, folks, about what CNX is doing. And there's a base hit, the first hit of the game for Washington County is Schmeltz singles up the middle.
Yeah, great start there. We see Enriquez back on the mound for his fourth inning of work. He's at 48 pitches now, but he was at 45 through 3 after throwing 19 pitches to just 4 batters in the first inning, 18 pitches to 4 batters in the second inning.
And on a pass ball, Schmeltz moves down to second.
But last inning, Enriquez just 8 pitches to get through the top of the third.
Major caucus, center of the diamond, Samagala in the number 4 spot of the batting order. At his 15th birthday at the end of May, Samagala indicating his favorite player, Barry Bonds.
You ever watch him play?
Pardon?
Did you ever watch him play?
A few times, yes.
Is he pretty good?
Oh, he was quite good. We will be chatting in the next half inning with the manager of Washington County, Andrew Wenzel. Andrew's younger brother, Anthony, was the head coach of this Washington County team last year that went to the championship game. So the torch has been passed from one brother to another. Runner and a rundown. Oh, most unfortunate.
Great execution there by the Bronx. The job by Dominguez is to freeze that runner, make him retreat to second base. After he gets into a secondary, he does freeze the runner, but doesn't get a retreat. So give the ball up to the middle infielders, get back in position to make a tag, perfectly executed there, to not let a runner get to first with 1 out, or to third with 1 out.
Yeah. Most unfortunate for the Washington County team, that runner in scoring position erased, 1 away. Trinovsky walked and scored in the second. 3-1, Bronx lead in the top of the 4th inning. Runner going. A ball throw out into center field. Acosta doing his job to back up.
You know, we've done what, 5 games now?
This is our fifth of the year. Yep.
5th game. I haven't seen a bunt yet. I have not seen a successful sacrifice bunt. Couple of close games, a couple of 10-run games, but still to this point, I don't think that I've seen a sacrifice bunt laid down. A couple attempted.
You're not suggesting we bunt here,
no,
would you?
Not this situation, no. But the prior at bat, I probably would have bunted. You get your runner to third with 1 out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2-run game.
And the count 2-2 on Trinovsky, who will be a 10th grader at Fort Cherry in the fall. 2 outs. Chased a pitch that appeared to be out of the strike zone. And strikeout number 3 for Henriquez.
Number 10, Tristan Coney.
Tristan Coney, 0 for 1. And a strike called. Tristan Coney, oldest of 4, a young man that enjoys the peacefulness of fishing. And a soft liner to first. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left on base after 3.5. The Bronx 3, Washington County 1.
They play in all corners of the world. Boys and girls each learning the true value that only teamwork, competition, and sportsmanship can provide. Each year, more than 500,000 participants of all ages proudly represent Pony on baseball and softball diamonds of all sizes. Everyone deserves a chance to learn and play the game. They're our players today. They'll be our leaders in the future. Pony, making a difference in your neighborhood and all over our world.
Andrew Wenzel, the manager of Washington County, joins us. Andrew, how your club holding up? The excitement of coming here and taking part of the Pony League World Series.
Yeah, I think we just came in here, really excited. We had the blood pumping really early. Still trying to settle in, so hoping, we keep the bats going. Hopefully the balls will start falling in our favor.
What have you been telling your hitters, what their approach should be against this 6'4" right-hander from the Bronx?
Yeah, we just want to hunt fastballs early in the count. We don't want to get deep in counts. We want to stay away 2 strikes, but when we do get 2 strikes, make sure we're shorting up and just trying to put the bat on the ball.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Good luck.
Thank you, Laney. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Di Silvestro against the bottom third of the Bronx batting order. And it is always important, again, every level, that if you've got a chance as a pitcher to not throw a lot of pitches, you hope that you can do so when you're facing the bottom of the batting order.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Again, try to force contact early. I mean, you just heard Andrew Wenzel there is trying to hunt fastballs early in the count. Well, if you can get some low fastballs over early in the count, that's what they're looking for. Well, then you can induce a lot of ground balls.
Well, the bottom third of the Bronx batting order in the second inning, Hernandez walked, Martinez walked, Enrique struck out. And as it turned out, Hernandez scored one of the 2 runs of the second inning.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the runs that were scored, a single and a walk in that inning. And then another walk made it to third base, nearly scored.
Four strikeouts for Di Silvestro. So the right-hander from Washington County gets the first out of the inning with 5 pitches. Martinez, whose dad lives in the Dominican Republic. Where's number 8? Count 2-0. And now 3-0. Washington County grabbed a 1-0 lead in the second. Walk, couple of errors. The Bronx in the bottom of the second scored 2 on the 2-run single by Garcia. And then the Bronx picked up run number 3 on the solo home run by Acosta in the third. And here's a walk, second one.
A walk and
acquired by Martinez.
We can see number 8 Landon Crow down in the bullpen for Washington County.
Head coach of the Bronx, Wilson Gutierrez, who played baseball at Walton High School in the Bronx. And Wilson stays by the dugout. His son Jeffrey, who played 2 years at Sonny Sullivan, Sullivan State University of New York, third base coach. And ball 1. The Bronx pitcher hitting with a man on and 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And you can see Gutierrez telling Martinez, stay close to the base. Let's not get picked off. Just walked another guy. Force him to throw strikes. Let your guys hit around you a little bit.
And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And 72 pitches now for Di Silvestro, nearing that pitch count limit of, I believe, 95. I think is what. Yes, 95 is the limit.
And out number 2 of the inning. It is ruled a swinging strike. And with that, a meeting at the mound. So Coach Wenzel is not going to allow Di Silvestro to go through the batting order third time. Let's check in with Joe Percotta.
Guys, one of the more famous alumni to come through this Pony League World Series is Christian Yelich, the 2018 National League MVP, currently still playing with the Milwaukee Brewers. And back in 2006, he played here for the Simi Valley, California team. And in that stay for Yelich, he also hit a home run against the host team in Washington County.
Yeah, I remember it. I actually definitely remember it. I think it was like center field, maybe like a little bit to right center. I don't remember a whole lot else about the game, but I actually do remember. I do remember the homer. I remember we won. I think the first game we played in was a lot closer than the second game. But yeah, a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun, and it went by really fast.
That's Christian Yelich on his home run against Washington County way back in 2006 as his Simi Valley, California team played their way through the bracket all the way to the championship.
And Landon Crow is on as the second Washington County pitcher of the game. Landon, who will be a 10th grader at Trinity in the fall, and indicates that his favorite player is Skeens for D. Silvestro. 3 2/3 innings, and charged with 3 runs, still responsible for a man on, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. Garcia walked in the first, singled in the second. His base hit in the second, and he drove in 2 runs. An extremely timely 2-out, 2-run single.
Great job by Creighton there, keeping that ball in front. Keeping Martinez at first base, not letting him get in the scoring position for a guy with 2 RBIs already today.
And 2-1. Garcia, we were talking a couple of innings ago about Justin Hernandez playing the piano and trombone. Angel Garcia tells us that he plays the saxophone. And drives one left field down the line. Foul ball. Count 2-2.
Looking at things now, second baseman Delaney pinched toward the middle a little bit more. And first baseman Coney, of course, holding the runner on at first, so a little bit more of a gap on the right side than normal.
Kahn force out at second, teaming with Delaney to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left. At the end of 4 at the Printscape Pony League World Series, the Bronx 3, Washington County 1.
There's a place far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
Tijuana, Mexico defeated Bay County, Michigan 13-0. So Tijuana will take on the winner of our current game. In Game 4 of the tournament, the Bronx defeated Guyong, Spain 11-0 in 5 innings. And then in the late game yesterday, Chinese Taipei won their tournament opener against Palmview, Texas by the final of 4-2. And 2 games still to come later today. and they can be seen at plws.tv.
Top of the 5th for Washington County. Bottom 3rd, Landon Cotto for 1. So the 6'4" right-hander Enriquez allowing just 1 run and 1 hit. The run scored unearned.
Pitching's been great for the Bronx so far this weekend. Rodriguez yesterday, just 2 hits, 6 strikeouts in 2.2 innings pitched. Acosta came in, didn't give up any hits and had 2 strikeouts in his inning. And then Fausto Dominguez with an inning pitched, also no hits. Gave up 2 walks, but had 2 strikeouts.
And once again with catcher Perez well off the plate, count 2-2. For Landon Kahn, his dad's a construction worker. His mom's secretary at Washington High School. And Landon has an older sister, Madison, who is a senior at Trinity. Lando, he is known as Lando by his teammates. By the way, there are 3 Landons on this Washington County team. Landon Kahn, Landon Chernovsky, Landon Crow. Two-two pitch. And 3-2. Moment here to mention to you folks that our director is the Emmy award-winning director, Scott Bartlett, who has over the years covered quite a few sporting events and a lot of baseball games. Line drive, base hit into right center field on the 3-2 pitch. Con aboard. Scott Bartlett, he and Tyler and I have the honor of covering West Virginia baseball for ESPN Plus. Roger Leonard, our producer. Easton Delaney grounded out his first time up. Would you bunt here?
Absolutely, 100%. And nobody's forced anybody to field a bunt this weekend, so you don't even know if they can. I mean, if you bunt the ball out and they throw it in the right field, now you haven't even given up an out.
I believe that there's a lot to be said for trying to put pressure on the defensive. He's dealing with 13, 14-year-olds. Put pressure on the defensive players.
Well, I mean, and just how many 14-year-old teams practice their bunt coverages every day? How many of them practice PFPs every day? You don't know. You don't know. So why not put them in a position to test if they practice it or not? You know, your whole job is to put pressure on the other team by stealing bases, taking extra bases, hit and run, and bunting is a part of that.
Yeah, the umpiring crew conferring with Enriquez, particularly Joe Palazzo.
Looks like we have a balk call.
Yeah, at the moment, Khan is standing at second base.
Everybody's screaming balk, right, but if he was in the windup.
Okay.
He can step. That's the way he does it. Yeah, he stepped. He was in the windup.
Yeah, so I know, but none of us call the balk.
Right.
No, I don't care what they say.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about the balk. If he balked,
wasn't a balk.
Yeah, that's basically his full windup.
That is his full windup.
That's his full windup. And so from the other standpoint, there would have been the opportunity for Khan to get a huge jump and move up on.
Right, but it's also an 0-2 count, so your hitter has to protect themselves. But honestly, hey, 0-2 count, if your guy can get a jump like that, I'd just watch it. Let it go, take one for the team.
Yeah, with his full windup, he has that step with his foot.
Yes, towards second.
From the stretch, it would be a balk, but that's his full windup.
But it's his full windup.
There's his stretch delivery. Out at second, very close play, but Dominguez got it to Nunez in time.
Looked like it did take a lot of time to develop. Pretty routine ground ball to third baseman, moving toward the bag. Had to pause a little bit, wait for your second baseman to get there. And a great mound visit here by Jeffrey Gutierrez. Whether he's making a pitching change or not, just to calm the guys down. There's been a lot of chaos here in the last couple of pitches.
Yo, wait. Have fun. Have fun. It's a little kids game. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Play the game. 0-2 count, waste that pitch. Let's go. Lock in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Just calm your guys down. The chaos of the potential balk, the chaos of the close play at second, just give them time to take a breath, because again, they're 14. You know, a lot could be going through their minds right now.
Bouncer by Khan. Out at first base. Hernandez unassisted. Delaney moves up. And top of the batting order for Tim Crate. It is a 3-1 Bronx lead. And it is the 5th inning of what is scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game. Crate 0 for 2. Ball off the glove. Out at first. Great stretch by Hernandez. He realized he was getting a lob toss. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Middle of the 5th inning, the Bronx 3, Washington County 1.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outski your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Last half of the 5th inning, top of the batting order for the Bronx. Close play at first base that ended the top of the 5th.
Great call. Great call by Pram Nawaldi, right on top of it. We have the pleasure of it being slowed down and being able to see, you know, frame by frame. He doesn't. He's live, full speed. But that play also, a line drive here to left field. Jeremiah Perez at it again with another double. A double yesterday, a triple yesterday. 0 for 2 so far today, but right back on the horse with a double. And the Bronx leads off the top of the 5th, sorry, the bottom of the 5th with a runner in scoring position.
Number 4,
Dominguez singled in the first, ground out of the 3rd. Base hit into left field. And Perez will stop at 3rd. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. 2nd hit of the game for Dominguez.
Back-to-back hits here. The bottom of the 5th, the same thing that happened yesterday for the Bronx. Back-to-back hits by the middle of your lineup, turning into a multi-run inning.
So Crow, who came out of the 4th, has now faced 3. Puello, runner at first going. Safe at 2nd. Fourth stolen base of the game for the Bronx. Infield now forced to play in here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This will plate a run. Gronowski makes the catch. Perez scores 4-1 Bronx. Dominguez the 3rd. And here's Acosta, who has 2 hits in this game, 5 hits in the tournament. That solo home run in the bottom of the 3rd. That made it 3-1 Bronx. And the Bronx lead now 4-1.
It's a pretty good line. 2 for 2 with a single, home run, 2 stolen bases. It's only a 5th inning. Ooh. Hot ground ball that Jeffrey Gutierrez didn't want any part of.
Keep our eyes, granted it is just the 3rd day of the tournament, but the 2 most impressive, most explosive hitters we've seen so far, this young man and Romeo Briones of Mexico, who yesterday went 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. 1 home run was a grand slam. Two outs as Acosta goes fishing.
Great strikeout there by Crow. One of the most dangerous hitters in this Bronx lineup to strike out. And now you've got 2 outs here getting into the bottom part of this Bronx lineup.
Bottom of the 5th of what is scheduled to be a 7-inning affair. Throw to 3rd, runner will break for the plate and score. And it is 5-1 Bronx. It's almost like the runner was baiting the catcher.
Baiting him in. Throw it, and as soon as that ball was released, took off toward the plate.
Up the middle. Base hit, infield 2-out single for Nunez.
tough play to make. Almost made it. Kahn fielded the ball, just wasn't able to get it up to his throwing hand. But Dominguez scoring from third just a pitch before. Young catchers, young players all around the infield see that, stop their feet, don't let them move. Because as soon as you commit, their job's to go the other way. So if you make that throw to third, they're breaking toward the plate. And it's got to be a flawless execution from that point.
Out number 3, but the Bronx scores 2 more runs on 3 hits. 1 left on base after 5 at the Printscape Pony League World Series. The Bronx 5, Washington County nothing.
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities to empowering small businesses, Printscape is committed to giving back. Our people help businesses and organizations build their brands while strengthening our community, like the Printscape Pony League World Series. Printscape Imaging and Graphics, where technology meets creativity. Visit us today and see how we can bring your vision to life.
With Honda's newly redesigned lineup, there's no better time to buy at Washington Honda. Washington Honda's caring and knowledgeable sales team will make it easy to find the perfect Honda for you. Washington Honda, it's all at the mall.
South Hills Toyota has a great selection of newly redesigned Toyotas to choose from. Finding your new Toyota will be a breeze. The vehicle you want from the dealership you trust. South Hills Toyota, it's all at the mall.
Cricket has free Samsung Galaxy phones. Whoa! Free phones, fast 5G, and nationwide coverage.
Pretty good deal.
Smile, you're on Cricket.
All right, Enriquez with the 4-run lead. He has pitched through 5, allowing just 2 hits. And the 1 run which was unearned for the Bronx. Janley Rodriguez takes over at first base. I'm sorry, yeah, Rodriguez.
Yep, yesterday's starting pitcher. And I do want to, I started to speak on this earlier last inning, but the composure by Enriquez to get that liner back at him and still be able to make a strong throw to first base is incredible, because that a comebacker like that is jarring to anybody at any level, whether you're 14 years old, whether you're a pro. But to keep his composure, gather, and still make a strong throw to first to get the out was very, very impressive.
Count 3-0 on Stoy. Three and 1 Stoy, who will be a freshman at Trinity in the fall. He is the 3rd of 4. Sylvia, Corinne, Mallory, his siblings, and a leadoff walk. Well, it's the second walk given up by Enriquez. The first batter he walked, Ternovsky, came around to score the run that gave Washington County a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning.
And that walk was backed up by a E3, allowing Ternovsky to get to second. Ground out to third, and then the E4 allowed him to score.
Acosta makes the catch and then throws to first. Quite a route for Acosta. He went back a little bit, then he just kept coming further and further in towards the infield. And Samagala, who is 0 for 2. Samagala making 2 truly fine plays in the first inning of this game. Threw out a runner at third base in the first inning. The Bronx leads 5-1. And Washington County down to its final 4 outs. Acosta going to throw to first again. 2 outs. And Landon Trinovsky 0 for 1. He was the Washington County player that walked and scored in the second. And the Bronx in front 5-1. The winner of this game will take on Tijuana, Mexico tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll have the game for you on Pittsburgh Sportsnet, on Pittsburgh, on Sportsnet Pittsburgh Plus. The 7:30 game tomorrow night. Foul ball. Runner at first, Stoy, 2 outs.
Great. I don't know if Enriquez noticed this or if he knew what he was doing, but that foul ball hit sharply off of the fence over there, came back in, and he tried to throw that ball immediately. He wanted to get right back on the rubber, get that ball into play. If you're a pitcher and you get a foul ball off of the cap or off of a foot or off of a fence, get it and try to throw it as fast as you can. If it's got a scuff on it, grab that scuff and give it a little twist. That's what. And if you're a batter and something like that happens, ask for another ball. It's always a trick of the trade with, especially with catchers. If I got a ball back to me or anything, I'd get it to my pitcher as soon as possible and not let anybody know what's going on.
Foul ball to the hillside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. A Washington County team that a year ago went to the championship game, but tried to find a way to avoid being beaten in its first game of the year. So difficult to lose an opening game in this double elimination tournament and have a legitimate shot to get to the championship game.
It's a long route back. And we talk about pitch counts and how limiting they are. And it's even more difficult when you're playing every day.
Count remains at 2-2. Washington County 1-0 lead, top of the second, but then the Bronx scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth. And now full count. 87 pitches for Enriquez. Out number 3. In the inning, no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left on base. Down to the bottom of the 6th we go at the Printscape Pony League World Series. The Bronx 5, Washington County 1.
For 125 years, we've been covering this region's financial needs, sharing your rebellious spirit, standing right here with you, supporting your dreams, helping businesses grow and thrive, investing in what matters, and always putting people first. Thank you for letting us get to know you over our first 125 years. We're Washington Financial Bank, and we're proud to be the bank that gets you.
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter. Life delivered daily.
It really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop her from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising. But at Baker's Waterproofing, we'll do a complete home inspection for free, so you can put water back in its place. Schedule a free home inspection today.
Our play of the game comes from the bottom half of the first inning with a man on base for the Bronx. Jeremy Puello flies out to center fielder Owen Samagalis. Samagalis starts an 8-5 double play as Brian Schmelz applies the tag at third and gets Washington County out of the inning.
Bottom of the sixth inning, changes Pashapong in left field for Washington County. And we needed a new left fielder because Stoy moved from left field to the mound.
The Stoy fastball sitting at about 72. Showed a breaker between 58 and 62. Very, very loopy breaking ball.
Martinez has walked twice in this game. And the count 2 balls, no strikes. Martinez, who will celebrate his 15th birthday on the 1st of September. Count 3-0. Third time that Martinez has received complimentary passes. Third time leading off here in the sixth inning. And now pitcher Michael Henriquez.
And Martinez walked each time he was at the plate and been stranded on base each time too. Back in the second, he's left on third base, and in the fourth, stranded on first, or stranded on first base.
Attention, please. Jason Ellis of Washington, please report to the press box. Jason Ellis of Washington.
1-0 pitch called strike. The losing team here in Washington County trailing 5-1. Losing team has to come back at 12:30 tomorrow and will play the winner of the game between Bay County, Michigan and Gijón, Spain. Liner to right field. Caught. Throw to first. Throw that was offline, but Clayton did his job backing up.
Great job being there to back up. That throws on line. It's definitely on time. Be able to double up Martinez at first base.
And Garcia in the leadoff spot of the batting order today, 1 for 2. And a most significant 2-run single in the second. That gave Bronx its lead 2-1. Now the Bronx advantage 5-1. And a swing and a miss 0-2. Once again, Garcia was asking time, but it was not granted.
And when you ask time, don't take your hand off the bat. Ask for it verbally. Keep both hands on the bat, eyes on the pitcher. Umpires have ears, they can hear you.
And by the way, if you ever hear a baseball announcer say that a hitter calls time, that is not possible. Only the umpire can call time. The hitter can request it. It goes again, asking for time. And out number 2.
Number 38, Jeremiah Perez.
Hey, you mentioned that earlier about the umpire, Chris Stevens, refusing to give time, but the pitcher ready to deliver.
Yep. It's up to the umpire's discretion on whether the pitcher's getting ready to deliver a pitch or not. It's not a, oh, you asked for it too many times. It's that has nothing to do with it. It's whether the umpire feels that it's in the game's best interest to grant time or not.
Boucher to third. And that's all for the Bronx in the 6th. No runs, no hits, a walk, one left on. And here is the last opportunity for Washington County to post a victory in game 1 as the Bronx leads 5-1 going to the 7th.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
All right, answering the question, who will it be to play Tijuana, Mexico at 7:30 tomorrow night? Right now, the Bronx with the 5-1 advantage as we go to the 7th inning. And it'll be hitters 6, 7, and 8 for Washington County. Tristan Coney. Coney 0 for 2. Michael Enriquez has gone the distance. He is now at 89 pitches. The max is 95. Shortstop, Puello. And one down.
Well, 95 pitch limit. One of the best things to help that out is a 2-pitch out to lead off the inning.
Con 1 for 2. Enriquez has held the Bronx to 2 hits. Leadoff single by Schmeltz in the 4th inning. Leadoff single by Kahn in the 5th. And only one Washington County player has reached third base. Second hit for Kahn. Goes the opposite way. 1 on, 1 out. And that will bring up Jackson Smith. And it will also send Wilson Gutierrez, the manager of the Bronx, to the mound.
Number 24, Jackson Smith, first at bat in this game.
Johnny, you going to the outfield? Yo.
And Acosta has been called on, moving it from center field. 6 1/3, 1 run unearned. The Bronx. Enriquez, yes, he did give up a leadoff walk in the second, and it cost him a run, but got a large number of ground ball outs. He struck out 4 and takes his team into the 7th inning. Acosta to try to nail down the final 2 outs.
Acosta did throw yesterday against Guillon, Spain, but only throwing 16 pitches in his appearance yesterday, staying under that 20-pitch limit, allowing him to take the mound again today. And yesterday out of Acosta, we saw a fastball getting into the upper 70s, a great breaking ball, which we just saw there. Through 1.1 innings yesterday, did not give up a hit, had 2 strikeouts.
Diaz is at first base. Rodriguez is out in left field. And I believe Garcia's in center. And a pinch hitter for Washington County, Jackson Smith. Again, it's Diaz at first. Rodriguez out to left. Bob Gregg, the public address announcer, and the maitre d' of much of what we do here at Pony Baseball, double checking not only the changes but where everybody should be in the batting order.
And what I see in this is Jesus Diaz enters in for pitcher Michael Enriquez, which would put him in the 9th spot of the lineup. And that was the substitution that we had. Everything else is a defensive swap.
All right, now with Jackson Smith. Throw to first. The ball goes down the right field line. Kahn's got a chance to get to third. And the throwaway here, but Acosta was backing up.
Backing that up. Great job. Saw what happened a few innings ago, letting a run score. Not going to let that happen again. Backing that up. Stopping the snowball fight from developing.
Jackson Smith, left-handed batter. And the pitch, a ball. This young man, Jackson Smith, who will be a 9th grader at Cannon McMillan High School. Favorite player, Ken Griffey Jr., and Jackson Smith wears number 24. And the count 2-1. You're in the 7th inning, 5-1, Bronx lead. Out will be at first. No, it won't be. Run scores, 5-2 ball game. Couple of errors in this inning. And instead of the Bronx quickly slamming the door on Washington County, the door is ajar. It's now 5-2 ball game. RBI, by the way, for Smith.
And then our new left fielder, Cohen Pashpong, stepping up to the plate here with a runner in scoring position.
And a called strike. Pashpong, by the way, his grandfather is from Thailand. Base hit into the right field corner. Smith scores. Oh my gosh. Out at second. Situational knowledge. And an injury at second base. All the excitement of this inning, and Granted a second run of the inning, third run of the game to make it 5-3, but you cannot afford to give up outs when you're down to your last couple of outs.
Pashpong slipping, grounding first, but Martinez making a great throw from right field, and Puello applying the tag. It looked like he got some dirt in his eye.
Wait a minute. Four members of the medical staff
for some dirt.
For dirt in the eye.
They're here. They'll do something.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Well, now nobody on, 2 outs.
You have medical staff at a tournament. It's the one person at the tournament you hope doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You want your volunteers to help out. You want everybody you're paying to do their job, but the medical team, just stay in your truck.
Now Creighton ball 1. 5-3 game. Fly ball to right. And the running catch by Martinez ends the ball game. Washington County scores 2 runs in the top of the 7th, but the Bronx has won its second game, a 5-3 decision over Washington County. Hey!
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities to empowering small businesses, Printscape is committed to giving back. Our people help businesses and organizations build their brands while strengthening our community, like the Printscape Pony League World Series. Printscape Imaging and Graphics, where technology meets creativity. Visit us today and see how we can bring your vision to life.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again for people who maybe thought college wasn't the answer. We're making college practical with programs tied to in-demand jobs that prepare you for success right away. We're making college accessible by breaking down barriers and offering more choices. We're making college approachable with faculty who understand where you're coming from and help you get where you're going. At Penn West, we're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
Hey! Hey! 5-3, the Bronx defeating Washington County. Let's go down now to Joe Percato.
And here with the winning pitcher for the Bronx, Michael Enriquez. Michael, great pitching. What in particular was working well for you, and how comfortable were you out there today?
Very comfortable. You know, I know I had my defense behind me, so it was like, you know, that took a lot of pressure off of me. You know, my slider was working really well. Me and my catcher, great communication. It was teamwork. That's all it was. That's all it took.
Fell behind early. They get 1 run, but you guys got 2 immediately after that. How important was it to have that immediate response?
It was important because, you know, we respond greater every time. You know, we don't ever just let it get us down. You know, we try to work harder to surpass what we know we can do. So it was just something that really gave me the strength to do what I did out here.
Misael's home run. Have you ever seen him hit a ball that far?
Oh, yes. I'm used to that. I'm very used to that. He's a great player.
2 victories in 2 days. How much fun are you guys having here in Washington?
Great. It's an amazing experience. I'm so, you know, I appreciate being here. I appreciate the opportunities I've been given to be here. And, you know, it's really all it is.
Congratulations, Michael. Best of luck the rest of the way.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What a fine young man.
Great interview.
Michael Enriquez taking it into the 7th inning and posting the victory. And once again, that meat of the order providing the offense.
Yeah, but, I mean, the pitching is what's held steady for the Bronx. Another great performance by the Bronx staff today by Michael Enriquez.
The Bronx goes on to face Tijuana tomorrow, 5-3 final score.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trip. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.